Hello adventurers, and welcome to another Black Desert mobile video. This one's going to be a guide on Atoraxxion. So this is actually some pretty new content with some really good rewards. You can get these chaos elements, but the main thing that I'm really looking forward to are these Okiara's blessings. You're not guaranteed them, but at the very least you can get the fragments, which you can craft into the blessings. So this is really nice. You technically only have to do it once a week to get these rewards, but if you do it all 5 times for the week, you'll still get the knowledge. And then once you get max knowledge for the boss, I'm pretty sure as long as one of you has max knowledge in the party, you go straight to doing the final stage of this. So it's kind of in your best interest to go ahead and get this done, like getting max knowledge done as soon as possible. I believe it's a flat experience rate as of right now. I think you get like half a level per level, but that might end up scaling. Like once you get to level 10 or something knowledge, it might take more than just 2 runs to get more knowledge. Anyways, I'm just saying that right now. But as far as the guide portion of this, I just kind of wanted to show like the memory imprints that I use. I use some attack speed, some move speed, just because there are some debuffs that the monsters will put on you. Make sure that you have max HP equipped, and then also if you can do something with like boss damage, I think it might somewhat help. I always have max boss damage anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But the main thing that I really want is heals. So evade to heal, or on hit heals, or on hit MP recovery. Those types of things I'm really putting more stock into. Like I really like having those on. So if you can have those, make sure that you have that. Having PvP damage isn't gonna help, but yeah, this is kind of just a general build that I have. So this is the page that I'm using, and then also I'm using boss pets. I really don't think that you need them too much, but I use them anyways. And then also for my skills, I make sure that I have some that are equipped where I can manually use them. So I have the auto attack on them turned off, but these are mostly my mobility skills whenever I need to dodge something or do something specific. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a full run. I'll do a full commentary for it, but there are a couple of things that you'll want to be aware of, and I'll do my best to share that with you as we go. For the first round, what you're really looking for is you're gonna be spawning some monsters, which you'll see here pretty shortly. So whenever you first get in, all you're gonna do is just run forward. You'll stand under these I guess I'm gonna call them relics, just because it's the easiest way to talk about them, and just stand under them, spawn the monsters, kill the monsters. But my take on this so far has been kill the violent one, and then once you finish the whole spawn, go to the next one. You're looking for a specific monster which will spawn eventually. It's kind of like a I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a rhino, I guess. But it will charge towards the gate once it spawns. It is this one specifically. So this thing right here, as soon as it spawns, you can just go straight to the gate, lead it over there, and you want it to ram into the barrier. So this is the barrier right here. I believe it just has to hit it 3 times. So just make sure that it's still aggroed on you. Make sure you're not too far away from it. It looks like it's just chasing me. And then make sure that it just keeps jumping into this barrier. So as you can see, it's doing damage to it. Just keep standing in front of it, and eventually the barrier will go away. Try not to get hit by anything as well. So stand in the way, make sure he's looking forward that way. But like, it looks like this guy's literally just targeted on me, but I'll stand in between him and the barrier now. So that is the first stage. It is super simple. It's the exact same as the story. So whenever you're actually doing the story. For this second stage, there's 2 different things that can happen. What you're gonna have is these symbols or these colors will either glow on top, or what'll happen is whenever the circle is filling, it'll only show for certain sides of the circle. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do 2 portions of the video for this, so we'll see how that goes. So what you're gonna do here is you're basically gonna watch this orb, watch on top to see which ones it's going, and you're gonna have to activate these pillars in order. So this one is yellow and then blue, and then as you can see, each one of these has different colors. What you'll probably really want to do is just make sure that you're watching to see that the other people in your team are activating the pillars, so you can actually see like there's gonna be a beam of light once it gets used. So here it's gonna be green and then yellow, which is me. So the one over there is red, this one is green, that one over there is blue, this one is yellow. So just kind of watch here. You're gonna have someone standing in the middle. Make sure that red goes first. Okay, I don't know what my team is doing. I don't know why they're basically AFK. But red's gonna go first and then yellow. So you can see that beam is there, and then now I will hit this and then my beam will go. So this was a pretty poor example, but this room is super easy. All you have to do is make sure that you're hitting your totems in order. Make sure that you're watching to see that your other teammates have gone. And then you can hit your pillar of light. The person in the middle is basically just gonna have to activate it, so that way it shows which colors it's gonna be. So it's super simple. I don't know why we made that seem so hard, but trust me, it is not hard. It is the easiest one. Okay, so I believe this is going to be the second option for the second stage. So this is basically what it's going to look like for the cutscene whenever it does it. What's going to happen is you're going to have someone in the middle to activate these pillars, and it's going to load a circle. So basically, depending on which portion of this is highlighted yellow, those people are going to need to activate their pillars. So for me, I didn't have to, but it puts up a barrier, and then we don't actually need to know the color. For here, it's my side and the left and right side of me have to do it, so we just did that. So that was super easy. And then for this one, it is also me, and it's going to be the one over to the left of me. So this one's pretty hard to mess up. You don't have to coordinate the order of it or anything. Just kind of be aware that you need to activate that pillar whenever you're in the yellow highlighted section. For the next one, all you have to do is run under these relics again, spawn the violent mobs, and yeah, eventually the boss will spawn. So what you can do is just run under all of them and make them spawn immediately, or you can take them on one at a time. So what I like to do is just do it one at a time, so that way we're not taking unnecessary damage. You can also just keep spawning the same ones if you really want to. I don't think there's like a specific way that you need to be doing this. All that I know is just make sure that you're killing the violent mobs, each one of them that spawns basically. I don't think you have to kill repeat ones. That's just what they did. My team's just doing whatever as of right now, so that's okay. I'll see after we kill this one if it's just kind of up to the number that you kill, or if you have to kill each specific one. So it does look like it's just the number that you kill. As long as you kill 4 different violent mobs, or 4 different spawns of them, like, you should be fine. And then from here, all you're gonna do is just keep hitting Keratin, and make sure that you're avoiding his attacks. They're pretty telegraphed. It's not super hard. He's not gonna hit you for very hard. Once he's at 10 bars of health, what's gonna happen is they're gonna activate like a little jump area, and you'll have to go onto the second floor. So you can see that there's a platform up here, and then there's either gonna be something over here on the right or something over here on the left. Just make sure that you are running along the platform, and then you activate those things, but those are at 10 bars of health. Whenever he gets to 15 bars, there is going to be this little bird that flies around and just does damage. Just stay away from the bird, don't get hit by him, it's not super hard. And then just make sure that you're avoiding all of the telegraph damage that they have. If you do not go to the second floor and activate the thing in time, you it's in your best interest to activate the second floor, because if you don't do that, he's gonna do a lot of damage to you. So the jump, I believe, happens right here. But first you'll have to attack each of these violents. So if you kill the violent mobs, these circles are gonna fill up, so just make sure that you do that. So we'll attack this one, and then once it dies, this bar should be full. Well, someone already did it, so that's okay. And then just go use this jump to get onto the top. Avoid all of these attacks if you can. This thing is like lagging for me, so it's actually really hard for me to play right now, but we will make it work. So it's okay if you get hit by stuff, just don't die. And then also, yeah, it looks like someone else already did it, but yeah, you'll basically do that and then activate this. Once it's activated, he's not gonna do like his frenzy or whatever, so it's pretty easy to kill the boss, if I'm being honest. So after this, we'll just kill him. One of my teammates did die, but it shouldn't be that big of an issue. And the rest is basically all the same. Just make sure that you're avoiding his telegraph damage. If you do get to really low HP like I just did, what you can do is just run over to the bonfire, and I believe it helps you heal faster. So yeah, if you stand here, you'll fill up your HP pretty quickly. So my team is fine over there. I'm just gonna regen my health, and then I'll run back over there. So not too big of a deal, and you're not timed for doing this either, so take your time, make sure that you don't die, and then use the fire whenever you really need to. But other than that, it's not a hard level either. I will say this one probably might be the hardest one, just because like he can do some damage, and you can kind of mess up on the second floor jump pretty often. And if you're not dodging in time, he will do a pretty decent amount of damage. So for this fourth room, what you're going to do is just go over to these totems, activate them 2 times. Just make sure that these pointy parts are aiming towards the center. It's the exact same thing as in the story, so it's pretty basic. There's not too much that you have to do. My team has already done it, so that is nice for me. Once you've done this, you're just going to be clearing out some monsters. What I recommend is always just take care of the violent one first, and then eventually the main boss will spawn. So once the main boss spawns, what you're going to want to do is, well, I guess I should explain it once the main boss actually spawns. So just take care of the violence first. But when the main boss spawns, there's going to be 3 pillars that pop up. So those are going to be different colors. I believe it's red, blue, and yellow. What you're going to want to do is attack those pillars until they explode 2 times each. So attack the red one until it explodes 2 times, the blue one until it explodes 2 times, and the yellow one until it explodes 2 times. Once that has happened, you can attack the boss. So 1 for the red one, and 2, that was 2 for the red one, so we'll go to the yellow one now. And then that is 1 for the yellow one. That is 2 for the yellow one. And then we'll do this one until it explodes 2 times. That is 1. And that is 2. So after this, we just attack the boss. It doesn't really matter if you fight near that thing. Just make sure that you're not attacking these totems anymore, because whenever they do go off, it will heal him. So I try to like fight him away from them if possible. just kind of keep him away. But I think once he gets down to 15 bars of health, it'll tell you which of these spires to go towards. So we're gonna go towards the blue one. Kind of the same thing, make sure you don't attack it. I think it does still heal him, but eventually he'll jump into the spire, and once he jumps into the spire, it'll weaken him. It'll basically make it where he can take damage again. So that's all you're really gonna have to do, is lead him to whichever one it is, and the color of the text that pops up for him is the color of the spire. So the yellow one, so now we walk over to the yellow one. We can just wait around until he comes. He does have kind of a short leash range, so make sure that he's still aggroed on you. And then once he jumps into it, you'll be good. So it should be happening here shortly. There we go. And then we'll just do more damage to him, and same thing, we will lead him to the red pillar. So again, this one's pretty basic. All of his attacks are super telegraphed. If you die to him, it's not because he's a hard boss. It's probably just because you might have missed time to dodge. And then this will be like the last, the last of, how do I say this? The difficult rooms, I guess, other than the last boss itself. Once you finish this one, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to make a key. So I'm gonna show you that here shortly. I wanted to make it now, but I should just stick to doing all of this in order. There we go. And now he jumped into it, so now we can kill him. And I believe because we kept hitting this red spire, he was healing up the whole time. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. So just make sure that you're not attacking the spire whenever he's near it. So that way he doesn't heal unnecessarily. But the rest is pretty easy, just dodge his attacks. For some reason he really likes to hit me, so I just died, but my team will take care of it. All of his attacks are super telegraphed. If you die to him, it's not because he's a hard boss. So like I said, if you die to him, it's not because he's hard, it's just because you mistimed a dodge, and that is definitely the case with me. So what we're gonna need is to go to our Yaz's pouch. There are some items in here, so this one is gonna go in there, this one's gonna go in there, this one's gonna go in there, this one's gonna go in there. This little, I don't know, lava looking thing, this is the order that we're doing, and then we'll combine. So just take a picture of this, pause it, whatever you need. This is what you need to get this dagger. Once you have the dagger, all you're gonna do is go to this totem, click combine key, and then as long as 3 of you make the key, you'll move on to the next portion. 2 of your party members are just gonna have extras, and that's okay. You can make them for later, just hold on to them basically. But what I wanted to say was, for the 5th floor, or the 5th round, what I highly recommend is only 2 of you actually go in, or only 1 of you. So what's gonna happen is there's gonna be 2 bosses in the center. Before anyone else goes in, make sure that you kind of designate who's gonna do this. There's gonna be 2 relics that are floating. You're gonna have to stand under them and make sure that they are following you. So I'm actually gonna do this just for demonstration purposes. And once you have these 2 other mobs, I'm not talking about the bosses, I'm talking about the extra mobs. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm going to stand under this relic, and then there's going to be a small little monster that pops up. That is the small monster that just popped up. So it's following me right now, and then this is the second monster. So now I'm gonna lead them over here, and what I need is to bring them over to this white portion, and then that will happen. Okay, so Basically, what I needed was to put them into that circle, that white circle, to make sure that. Okay, sorry. I was kind of panicking because I was dying, but basically, what you're gonna need to do is lure those two small monsters to those white circles, so that way your teammates can attack those other little relics that were at the entrance. Once they attack those relics while they are in the circle, it'll basically make it where we can start the round. So you don't want to spend a lot of time doing this. So the faster you can do it, the better. I think I made decent time. I was really just waiting for my teammates to attack the totem while they were in the circles. But yeah, once you have both of them down to about 15 bars of health, all you're gonna have to do is do like a little mini game. They should be combining here shortly. I'm just really trying to make sure that I don't die, because that would be embarrassing. But this is going to be the mini game. So there's going to be 4 different pillars. They are different colors. They should be, I believe, yellow, red, and blue and green. So you're going to drag these little floaty things over to the colors. So you'll grab a green one, take it to green. You will grab a red one, just stand next to it. So I got the red one, and then bring it over to the red one. And then everyone else already got the other ones. Okay. Just know that there's one in each corner. What I would do from here is, while you're attacking the boss, put him in one of the corners or put him towards the very back of the room. Whenever you do enough damage to him, he's going to do like a circle of damage. But that damage is going to stay where it's at. So my team is standing on the wrong side of him. They should have been dragging him a little bit further. So I'm going to drag him. I'm going to aggro him. So when he does the stomp, make sure that you are out of range from him doing damage to you. He'll do it every bar of health. He'll do 1 stomp. So now that we have him at 14 bars of health, he'll do it at 13. And whoever's standing over there is doing a really bad job. I believe it was Arkin. Arkin typically just does whatever he wants, but it works out, I guess. We make it work. But slowly keep moving him away from these circles, just to make sure that we're not overlapping and we're not fighting on top of them. So same thing here. We'll just run to the corner. Just make sure you don't get hit by that thing. And I believe he does it 5 times in total. It might be 6. I'll find out here shortly. But just all you have to do is make sure that you're standing on a good side of him. Like, make sure that you're not luring him to the other side of the room too early. Oh, never mind. We already did it 5 times. Okay, so we're good. So now we just fight in the corner where he has not done the little lava splash or lava pool thing. So easy peasy. And then from here, it's just DPS him down. If you have like 2 minutes of time, that's plenty of time. I kind of did the math before. I think it's like 1 bar of health every like 10 seconds. So we're making really good time, and just make sure that he doesn't reset his aggro and run to the center. That's why we try to not put those lava pools in the center, because if he does go to the center, we still have to bring him back over here. So just follow the edge whenever he's doing those lava spawns. And yeah, this is pretty much it right here. It's not a crazy hard thing to do, as long as everyone in your group knows what they're doing. As long as you've watched this video, you should pretty much know what you're doing. The timing can be a little bit weird for that second phase that I had shown you, and there are two different instances, or there's two different mechanics that it can be showing. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's activate this. Once you're done, you can combine this to get your weekly reward. Let's see if we get our Okiara's blessing. So this is what we'll get. We'll get the chest. Let's crack this open. We will use this. We got some chaos elements. That's good. We did not get an Okiara's blessing, but we did get some fragments, so I'm pretty happy about that. All in all, the rewards are really good. It's not a lot of time, but I do highly encourage do your 5 runs a week, and if you can find a solid team like mine, yeah, just do it with the same people, or like teach people who don't know yet. And eventually you'll have it pretty easily. So I don't know if there's anything else that I'm gonna show after this. But with that being said, I guess thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I guess leave them in the comment section below. I was a little bit frazzled in some parts because I'm trying to do commentary while I am doing this content, and it's not like the easiest content, but it's also like it's not the hardest thing in the world. But hopefully this helps you out. Again, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.